Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So last video I worked on the steering column, got the steering column put in, and when I went to put the steering wheel back on, I realized I didn't have the parts to make the horn work. It worked before, and I thought I could use the parts out of the old non-tilt column. Well, turns out they're different. So I thought, well, let's see what we can do. And I was digging around in some old stuff, and I found the parts that I think I need. I'm going to have to do a little work on the parts and probably take it apart, clean it up. It's I guess you would call it the contact ring. But anyway, I'll show you what I'm working with. If you want to follow me along, we'll get this horn working on this truck. All right, let's get going here. Okay, here we have steering wheel. So I got to take the horn button off. To do that, I just have a looks like 5/30 seconds possibly. Allen wrench, just 3 Allen screws. So there's nothing in here right now. In fact, I didn't even tighten the steering wheel down when I put it back together because I knew I was going to have to take it apart, but I just wanted to pretty much just see it all put together. There's a spring in there, so I hold that down. Take pressure off these screws. So there's our horn button. Whoops, almost did it. There. And I don't even have this nut tight here. When I get the horn working, I'll tighten it all down and put it on there permanently. So, okay, there we go. So what I need is, there's a contact right here. This is your horn, and when that grounds, then it blows your horn. You know, in fact, I could probably do it. Well, I don't have a. Let's see if I can find something here. See, that's all it is. Just that has to ground to the column. And this is the one that was in the non-tilt column, and it fits the shaft, but. So when you put it on, it has to come. This has to come in. This piece here has to come into contact with this, and then there will be a piece that goes in here, which is this guy right here. Will go down in there and holds pressure on it. The spring does, and then when you push the button, it grounds it out. Well, this piece doesn't, because it was made with a taper on it, it won't go down far enough, which like I said, I was digging around and found this piece, and this will actually go on there and it makes contact. The problem is, I think there's so much crud in here that when you push this down, this should make contact with this side, which in turn will contact this and blow your horn. Well, when I push this down and I put a ohm meter on it, it's not getting contact from here to here. So I'm going to have to probably take this piece apart. It looks like it just comes apart right here. I'll clean it all up. And I think I need to take this plunger out right here and use the one that's on the steering wheel. So we'll take you over to the bench. We'll get it cleaned up and get it taken apart. So, and see if that'll fix it. Hopefully I'll have a horn when this is all done. Okay, here we go. So these are the two different contact rings. I'm going to call them contact rings. I don't know what the official name is for them, but that's what I'm calling them. So this side here, they're pretty close. Well, the ring itself, the brass ring, they're the same. It's just this plastic piece. One of them is made to go down over, there's a nut in there, and this goes down over the nut. This one here tapers and just kind of holds it in there. It doesn't go up against anything. So, and on the other side, they pretty much look the same. One of them has this is the one out of the non-tilt column. So that one I'm not going to use unless I need part of it, and I might. And this is the one that I need for this column. And I think what I said before, you push this down, this pin right here, and it's supposed to make contact with this. Well, I think it's just corroded in there because, let's see if we can get you over here with the, so I got my meter set on ohms, and I touched these two, so I got connection. So I'll hold this, let's see if I can do this. We'll hold that there against that, and technically I should be able to push this plunger down. See, nothing, it's bottoming out, there's nothing. I can, yeah, there's nothing there. So we got a bad connection in here. So this has to come apart. So that's what I'm getting ready to do here. I'm going to take that apart. And there's just a couple of little tabs that fold over. And you fold those tabs back around, and this piece here should come off of there. Then I can clean that up, and I'll probably pull this plunger out and leave it out, because on the steering wheel, let's take this piece off. There's this piece, and this is our going to be our contact point. And if you look at this one here, the way it was on this one, I put that in there, and then I just shoved that down in there, and it was kind of a friction fit, and it never come apart. So actually, the horn button actually held it in. So, and that worked. So my thought is to do the same exact thing with this one. So, and this should get me where I need to be. So we'll get that set aside. We'll get this taken apart, if I can do it without cutting my finger off. We'll see. So I just got the knife up under, got my knife here, and I just got it up under here. I'm going to fold it around, just like that. Each one of these tabs. Get them up there just a little bit. And I will go get a small set of pair of needle nose pliers and fold them around the rest of the way. All right, so I got these little guys right here. And let's see if we can grab a hold of this and bend it back around here. You can see I got all these tabs straightened out here, and this should just come apart just like that. Okay, there's our metal contact ring. We have a spring in here, and that plunger will come out. So there you have that right there. Now, let's see. So I'll probably have to, looks like there's a little, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's a little, looks like rubber or plastic insert. I'll have to knock that out of there. I think I ended up doing that with that one. And then this should work exactly like that one did. Once I get it cleaned up, I'll have to, I've got some fine sandpaper. I'll go over this, clean it up. And if I still can't get it to make connection, I can always pull this one back off of this one, but I'd rather not. So I think I can clean this one up. So. I think I'll take this over to the wire wheel and see if we can get her clean. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I ended up doing when I was working on this one, I noticed one of the tabs was about ready to break off. That one right there. That one right there is really loose. So it's cracked, it's getting ready to break. If I try to bend it back around on there, it's gonna break. So I ended up taking the one off of this one, and it's a good one. I hit it with the wire wheel. And so we're gonna go ahead and use this guy here. And I believe this should, yeah, this will work. This will be just fine. So see, we've got these little diamond shaped pieces right here, and you got to make sure it gets underneath this hole. One of those covers that hole like that, so it'll have because if you get it around here and it doesn't, there won't be any contact, won't be able to contact anything. So you can see that. So right, you got your hole right there. I can get in and see if I'm in the camera here. Got your hole right, so I need to make sure it's right, just like that. So we'll try and knock this insert out of here, and then we should be good. So what I've just got a little drift, and see if we can just push it out of there. There it went. So it's just that little guy right there. All right, so this will go in here, and it'll see it, that goes all the way through, and that will push against this, and that'll make your contact when the horn button is pushed. So we'll get this put back together and get it put back on the truck, and we should have a working horn. grab those guys right there and bend them over. So we can just push them. Just tighten them up a little bit here. Okay, so there you have it. Put back together. All right, we'll go put this on the truck. Well, yeah, so this here, this all gets set aside. Got our steering wheel here. And this piece here will go on here. Put the screws in it. So we tighten these down. That'll be down tight. This will go under here, which this piece will go through this big hole here. And this will go down in here, just like that. And put this back together and we should have a working horn. All right, let's go put this back on the truck. We'll go put this back on the truck. All right, here we are back in the truck. So this piece here goes right over the top of that. As you can see, it contacts this pin in here. Then we will slide our steering wheel on. Make sure that this here has to go in this hole. Well, let's see if we can get, because I think our wheel is pretty much, we'll put that at the top. I believe our wheels are straight right now, so. There we go. So that's on there. We need to tighten up our little bolts here. Just snug them up. Put our nut back on our steering wheel. This didn't have a washer, so I went over to the bolt bin, found me a washer. That right there. just slide in there, get it in there good and tight. And that should be it. We'll just tighten it all down and put our horn button on. Got our nut put on. Should be plenty tight enough. Looks good back there. What I'll do is I'll just put this right around. Just kind of loop that around so it's not in the way. And we have a little spring that goes in. We got a spring right here that holds our horn button, holds it out. Then we will just set this on here, line our holes up. Snug these guys up. We should have a horn. There it is. Now we have a working horn. So. Okay, there you have it, guys. Working horn. This was an easy project, so hope you like the content. I'm trying to build this channel and hope you guys can follow along and help me out here a little bit. And I will bring more of this kind of stuff. I have some other projects planned, and it might not be all truck stuff, but I got some things I'm working on. I got the RV out there that I have to get it ready for camping season, so different things around the house. I got some friends, things, work trucks and cars that I'm going to be working on. Maybe some upholstery projects. So if you want to follow along, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. All right, you guys take care. See ya.